Hi gang, this is Mike G from Mr. GTV and MrMikeGarner.com, and let me ask you a question. Who would you dare to be if nobody was telling you who you are? Throughout your life, other people, quite often people that you love or people that you respected and placed as iconic role models in your life, your teachers, your bosses, maybe past partners, current partners, parents, have moulded you with their own ideas, possibly for your betterment, but maybe not. And they have expectations, and then you create expectations. You have goals, aims, values. But a lot of that is controlled by the media, a lot of that is controlled by education system, society, whatever's going on in your health and your finances. But if you could be anything that you wanted to be, that you dared to be, who would you be? If you didn't have all that, if you woke up this morning with amnesia and you forgot your past, who dare you be? What dare you do? What do you really want to have, be and do? Because at the moment the world's gone crazy, hasn't it? And there's lots of information about this and that, lots of conspiracies, which I believe many of them, but not all of them, and I do my research. But in a world of information, it's all about being informed, which means being in form, in the physical, in form, in this 5th century 3D reality we called our life. But that's not who we really are. It says in all ancient scripts that we are on this world, but we're not from this world. And I believe that we are a soul in a body, a spirit, an energy. You don't even have to get religious about that or even spiritual about that. You can get scientific about that. We know with quantum theory that we live in a holographic universe, that we create reality by observing it. That when we look at something, it excites it into reality, it excites it into being. So we are extremely powerful, but you're never taught that. And because we're not taught that, we're informed, but we're not inspired. When you are inspired, you come in alive, in form. Information means in the physical, in this rock-solid world that we think is solid, but we know it's not. That's an illusion. We create it by observation. We, the observers, through the process of observation, bring into reality the objects that we observe. There's 3 processes: observation, us the observers, and then we bring into reality the objects that we see, feel, touch, taste and smell. What would you really want to create? Because to become the creator, it's no good being informed. You've got to be inspired, and you've got to connect to higher levels of consciousness. I believe that's what's happening in the world at the moment. I believe that the shit show that we're all experiencing all over the world, with all sorts of chaos and crisis, whoever's managing it, I think they're doing us a favour, because we're all looking within for answers, because we can't see the answers in the media, on social media, on what we thought were reliable platforms, sources of information. We don't get it from our governments, because they're there to govern our mentality. We don't necessarily get it from our friends or our bosses or any of these role models. We're definitely not going to get it from celebrities, and yet so many people listen to them. We're not going to get it from our religious leaders or our cultural leaders. We're going to get it from going within. That's where the information comes from our inner tutor, from our intuition. What are you intuiting at the moment? Listen to that. Listen to your gut. Listen to your gut feelings, your gut reactions. And in this crazy world, where lots of people at the moment are telling me that they want to commit suicide, that they're anxious, that they're desperate, that they're depressed, that they're in fear, it's no wonder. But here's the positive message, that I believe that all this has been ordained, and even if it hasn't, it's happening in the now. We can see it everywhere, and it's an opportunity to go inside. In fact, being locked in and all this social distancing and all the other restrictions are making us more insular. A lot of people who have actually been given their freedoms back, not that they can ever be removed because you're free, you don't need a government to tell you what to do. These mandates aren't legal. Well, that aside, if you go inside to where you really live, inside this body, that you are a soul in a body, that you are a spiritual being experiencing this physicality, that's where you're going to find your real truth. That's where you're going to find your creative power, your spark. That's where you'll get your zest for life back. And maybe this opportunity is giving us that chance to go inside. Like I said before, we are just a soul in this body, which is a vehicle. It's rather like renting a car and going on holiday, going to Spain, renting a car. And you rent that car to experience Spain. We're renting this body to experience this physical 5th century 3D reality. But we were here before, but not in this vehicle. And we'll be here eternally, but not in this vehicle. And we transform and transcend, and this is the world of spirit and energy. This is the quantum world, which is scientific. You can't create energy, you can't destroy energy, we know that. Everything transforms, everything shifts. So in this shit at the moment, we can shift. So who dare you be? I think it was a famous president that said that people die at the age of 25, but they live till they're 75. I'll say that again, that people die at the age of 25, but they live until they're 75 or 85 or whatever. That most people, when they get to 25, and I think it was Abraham Lincoln, and he probably said that in the 19th century. Technology now, I think people are dying maybe when they're 11, 12, 13, and then they're living until they're 70, 60, 50, 80, 90, whatever. What that means is that because we're not inspired anymore, all this information is killing us, that we're using technology badly, that we're using our imaginations against ourselves, that the world is suppressing and oppressing and it's depressing us. As I say, people are telling me they want to commit suicide and they don't want to live, and even if they get the freedoms back, which I say you can never have removed, but the perception is that you're locked in and that you've had your liberty removed, that they don't actually want to go out and face the world. They don't want to mix and mingle, which is our gift, our ability to socialise and interact and have empathy for each other and compassion. All that's gone. People just want to be left alone. What a shame, because we're here to experience love and touch and taste and smell and sight and sound, and yet people just want to experience that virtually with a device. That we've got to learn that that's not what life's about, and we've got to be more inspired. But many people die so early because they realise, they wake up to the fact that life is just basically working, paying taxes, getting a mortgage, buying stuff that you don't need from earnings from jobs that they don't like, and then they're forever paying back the interest. That's an illusion. Money doesn't exist. Taxation is a fraud. Interest is a scam. And you break even probably never, and then you die. And when you realise that that is going to be your life, you basically die within your body. I mean, the word mortgage, the etymology, mortgage, it's a death grip. And you work 5 days and then you get to weekend, and the etymology of weekend is that you're weakened at weekend, and people feel weakened at weekend, powerless, they've got a death grip round them, they've got no vision, the government is sucking their mentality, it's governing their mentality more now than ever. So where's the hope? Where's the purpose? Where's the future? Well, I'm telling you now, find your major definite purpose. Discover why you incarnated into this body, this soul, this rental vehicle for this experience, and then you'll find your mission. You can get yourself on a hero's journey, a heroine's journey. You can become a legend in your lifetime, get your power back, and wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you've got right now, you can shift. Life does not have to be shit. You can shift. Life can be good, and it can be good even locked in. It can be good even medicated or vaccinated, even though personally that's not my choice, but I respect your choice. And I hope that you respect my choice, and I hope that you respect everybody's choice. Don't be controlled into division. Don't be controlled into pointing the finger and making other people wrong for them making choices about their lives and their bodies. Honour and respect their decision in the same way that you want your decisions to be honoured and respected. Don't control other people, don't make them wrong. Look for the unity, not for separation, because the government are really good at doing that. Sport does that, schools do that, they have league tables, jobs have league tables, they micromanage and they divide and rule. Don't be divided by race, culture, sexual orientation, income, belief system, religion, skin colour. This is just a vehicle. What difference does it make if I choose a black car, a white car, a yellow car, a green car? It's just a vehicle. Crack a brown egg, a white egg, a speckled egg. Same yolk, same white, same inside, we're all the same inside. These are just vehicles. Don't be fooled into becoming cruel and racist and sexist and ageist. Love everybody because we're all in the same family. And be inspired, not informed. Connect to higher divinity, which doesn't mean religion. It means your higher mind, your divine mind, your God mind, your God-given mind, the mind that's been with you before that you had this vehicle, and it will be with you long after this vehicle has gone dust to dust, ashes to ashes. So my message to you is get crazy, get your power back, go inside, find your truth, switch off all this bullshit and shift, because you can. And if you want to chat, I'm here for that. I'm here to help. Be powerful, enjoy your mind. And just ask yourself the question, who dare you be? What dare you own? What dare you do? What dare you have? Because you're only a decision away from being amazing. Because you are amazing, and when you realise that, instead of believing all this bullshit that you're being told at the moment, which suppresses you, oppresses you, and makes you into a little me, you have no power, you are amazing. And as I say, if you don't believe that, we need a chat. God bless.